All right, guys, we're starting with camera parts. And so our essential question is, why do you think knowing how the parts of the camera work will help you in making better videos? So we're going to give you a brief overview of this model of camera here that we use in class. We'll also have some other videos, so if you are using other devices, just a general overview over what you can expect. But with this is the one we're going to use most in class, and it's just like most typical camcorders, most of the parts are going to be very similar. So let's give you the rundown. So if we look at number one, we have the built-in internal microphone. Kind of looks like a speaker on the very top. It's usually located in the front of the camera. Two, we have the cold shoe adapter. Not all cameras have this. The cold shoe adapter allows you to have an accessory that screws on, such as our external microphone that we have. On number three, we have the record versus play mode. This button allows us to change the camera between being a recording device to playing back the shots that you just took. Four is the camera level indicator. We usually have this feature off, but if you're going handheld, this is a nice feature to have so you can see whether your shot is straight or if it's kind of turning to the left or to the right. Number five is our battery. Number six is the power button. That's an important one to find. It has that typical symbol, the circle with the little slash in it. Seven is the battery release button. You have to push and hold, and then the battery slides down. And then we have number eight, which is the microphone input. So this is where that cord comes from the microphone and plugs into the mic, not the AV, but the microphone right there. And as you can see, it kind of rolls over the top. That way, it kind of stays out of the way of those buttons. So whenever you're putting the cord in, just make sure it's out of the way of those other buttons you're going to push. And number nine is the viewfinder. The viewfinder is that big screen, otherwise known as the LCD panel or just screen. We have 10, the lens cover. This closes when you power the camera off, or if you close the LCD screen or the screen, it closes it to automatically protect it. That way it doesn't get dirty. 11 is the manual camera functions. It has a button easily in the front that you can push and go through the manual modes. Most of the time we're going to stay in automatic, but we'll show you some of the manual features and when we would use them. 12 is the zoom toggle. It's the most overused button on the camera by people that are first starting off. Instead of walking up close to someone, they want to shoot from far away. We don't want to use that button unless we have a creative reason why, and we'll show you. 13 is the picture button. This is where you can take a still picture instead of having video. Most of our software makes it real easy to just go ahead and take a screen capture from our video, and as long as it's not something action-oriented, it won't appear blurry. It'll actually appear pretty good. 14 is our shotgun microphone, and there's some buttons on the back. We're going to go into detail on those and why a shotgun mic is important to record good audio. 15 is the record button. It usually has a red dot, or it stands out with a whole different color. This one is silver with a red dot on the very back. A lot of the viewfinders will also have a touchscreen record button. We'll show you those. 16 is where you put your SD card in. There's a little door right there that you open up. You put your SD card in. Usually the metal part of the SD card faces towards the big part of the camera, and you have to push it in and then close the door. And when you go to pop it out, you got to push it down a little bit. It pops right back out. 17 is the tripod top. Tripod top allows us to put the camera on a tripod. All right, so that's the rundown on our camera that we have in class. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take you through the most important parts of the camera and kind of go into greater detail on, hey, why do we need this part of the camera and how does it work? And what are some of the things that I need to know about when I'm operating the camera and trying to get the best video and the best audio possible to make my video stand out.